Hi guys, I welcome you yet again from my terrace from this lovely chilly evening, and I'm yet again witnessing my sunset, not my sunset, well, natural sunset, as every other day. And today I have one special thing to talk about. Today I'm going to represent some of the lessons that I have acquired and gathered from the book The Alchemist. If you guys would have seen my previous video, you would know what I'm going to talk about. I have been reading a book that's called The Alchemist, which is written by Coelho. That name is a little bit awkward to pronounce, therefore Pablo, Pablo Coelho or something like that. So it's not that I've read a book and I'm not able to pronounce the writer's name. Or on the other hand, I don't think it's necessary to be able to pronounce the writer's name or to know who wrote the book, because I believe the book is more important than the writer, and the principles that the book has to offer is even more important than reading anything else, right? So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So many people say that you talk about the content, you bring your matter, but after a lot of time from the beginning. But I think I should rather represent the topic, represent the matter right in the beginning. Well, in this hustle and bustle life, people usually don't have that much of time. Well, to begin with, this book has a lot to teach. I would say someone who's looking forward to achieving their dream and pursuing what they want to achieve in life, this book can be a great start. Well, I have certain points jotted down in my diary, and I'm going to not read that out, but going to point it out one by one so that I remain in one track and I don't get diverted. If you guys want these lessons to come to you faster, you can just amplify the speed of your video. So to begin with, the first one, choose your dream. Sorry, the first one is to chase your dream. Now what does that mean, chasing your dreams? We all have some dreams, and this dream is not referring to the dream that we see while we are sleeping. There, a beautiful quote I'm reminded of: dreams are not those which you see while you are sleeping. Dreams are those which do not let you sleep. So we are referring to those dreams that we really see while we are awake, while we are conscious, and that dream has the potential to transform your life into the better. So chasing your dream, what it requires courage. In the book that I have read, it only talks about the courage that the boy had. There's a boy named Santiago, and the boy saw a dream. The dream talks about a treasure that is buried in the Egyptian, in Egypt, under pyramids, beneath the pyramid. So that's a little summary of the book. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about chasing your dreams, how important it is to chase your dreams. And to be able to chase your dreams, what you require? You require the courage to go for it. How many of you have the courage to chase your dream? Some might have a dream to become a singer, dancer, sportsman, a designer. But what our parents want us to be: an IS officer, an army officer, engineer, doctor, IT engineer, whatnot. So these are what my parents want me to do, and on the other hand, there are other stuff that I want to pursue for myself, and there where the courage comes into play. When you want to pursue something that you want, but your parents might not have much belief in that stream, in that career, that is when you need to have your courage to back you up. That is where you need to be courageous enough to give air to your dream, to take a risk, to take a chance and go for it. Now with that, let's come down to second lesson that I learned, and that is listen to your heart. Now what does that mean? Listening to your heart simply refers to the intuitions. Every person, every human being who has his heart beating in beneath the cardiac muscle, I believe that everybody's heart talks to themselves. My heart talks to me and I talk to my heart. This might sound like a bit psychic, but this is not a psychic thing. It's not an obnoxious thing. It's very common to talk to your mind, talk to your heart. So listen to your heart. When you are pursuing your dream, when you embark on your journey, it's very important to stay close to what your heart says, because so many times your heart is the only thing that you have forever. From the time you take a birth in this world until the time you die, you have one constant thing, that is your heart, that always remains with you. So remember to learn to listen to your heart, learn to understand what your heart wants to say. Lend your ears to those intuitions. Let's not ignore it, not avoid it. Many a times we let we let go of our intuitions. We think that it's not much of importance. But this book talks about listening to your heart, and that's how you could achieve your success in life. Let's come down to the third lesson, that is face your fears. Needless to say, if you did not achieve your last dream, or if you have not been able to become what you have dreamt of, it could only be either because of the fear of failure, or it could always be, it is only fear, right, which kind of like holds us back from achieving what we want. I wanted to be a singer, but I had my parents telling me that this could not give you a source of earning. My brother said that you will fail, you don't sound so good, your voice is not gifted like Arijit Singh. So they started comparing me. So there are certain fears that every human being faces in the journey of success, in the journey of pursuing his dream. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of comparison, fear of not achieving dream. We always think that, what if my money got wasted, what if my time went waste, what if my energy got wasted. These are the fear which always keeps us away from achieving our goals. My opinion would be, fear will always be there, and I don't think anybody could get rid of any of the failure. We only have to learn to live with those failures. We only have to learn to live with those fears. I have been very excited and very much fascinated about speaking in public. I have held mic, I have held so many conversations, I've held so many debate discussions, and every time I go up to this stage and I think like I've done it quite often, I've done it so many times, I'm not going to be afraid, but I still tremble, but I still feel fearful. Fear of failure, fear of not impressing people, fear of not representing up to my best. So these are the failures, these are the fears which are always going to be there. It's inevitable. But what I could say and what I must tell you is, let's not be determined by your failure. Let's not be determined by the fear. Your fear should not reduce your motivation. Your fear should not stop you from performance. Let's come down to the fourth thing. I might be stretching a little, but like I said, you can fast forward the video, or if you wish to listen, then please stay till the end. I'm definitely going to give you something nice to go home with. The fourth one is learn from nature. Okay, let's understand what this point has to say. That book, when I went through it, I came to know what talking with nature feels like. The book says that everything has a language to talk to. Everything has a language. Even this sky, the desert, the land, the tree, the camel, living things to non-living things, from people who can speak, from things who can't speak. Everything has a language in this world. You need to know how to talk to them. You need to know how to communicate with them. And once you learn to communicate, once you learn the nature's language, your journey becomes more facilitated, and it becomes more easier to achieve. Let's come to the fifth point, that is to believe in love. I know what is this point referring to, but maybe on the other side you might not get what love has to do in succeeding in life. So many youngsters and so many youth might think that love distracts someone. I have always lived my life till 17 or 18 years thinking and believing that love always distracts. My father said that, even my brother keeps on telling me, don't get into relationships. There is a certain age to do all this thing. I never knew, like, to be able to love someone you have to reach a certain age. I think love is a feeling that comes to everybody naturally as soon as a person takes birth, right? But in our society there's this I don't know what to say. क्या कहते हैं उसे? एक obnoxious mindset है, which says that there is a certain age, there is a certain time when you should begin to find a partner for yourself. You should not do it right from the beginning. Otherwise you get deviated, you get disturbed, you get distracted, whatnot. But what I would like to say over here is, love can support you only if you start to perceive your love as a source of motivation. If you start to have a partner who could support you, who could have your back, who could give you inspiration, motivation, who can always be by your side in the darkest of times, who can always help you come out of failures, who can always help you move on after a setback. Isn't it great? So I think a partner, a love in life can actually help you and can drive you motivation all the time whenever you need it. So love in life doesn't distract us. If handling and managing it in the right way, love can actually be a helping hand. Now, with that being said, let's come down to the next point, and that is you create your own fate. Let me repeat that, you create your own fate. And that's probably the last point, guys. So, what do I mean by creating our own fate? There is a good saying that our destiny holds incredible things for us. If today you didn't have a good day, maybe tomorrow will be the better one. And so many times when we give up on something, we always give this excuse to ourselves that I was not meant to do it. That thing was not meant for me, or it was not written in my fate. Why do you think people say all this? It is just an excuse to cover your weaknesses. I believe it is just an excuse to cover your incapabilities. If you dream to achieve something and if you have the courage to pursue your dream, I don't think you have to wait for your fate to represent itself and tell you what is the right path to walk on. If you want to write your own fate, you have to take control of your life. You have to take charge of all the things that happens to you. You should be ready to battle with every failure. You should be ready to combat every setback that you face in your life. And that is how you write the fate of your life. The destiny, tomorrow belongs to those who work for it today. And you will become whatever you want to become tomorrow, not because God wanted you to become, or maybe your undefined fate, or so-called your fate had it written. Matlab, if I became an army officer tomorrow, would I just call it off? Will I just impose it all on my fate that I was meant to become an army officer, hence I became it? No. I will be rather saying that I worked my ass off. I had to struggle. I had to suffer so many things. I had to keep aside so many distractions. I had to subside a lot of things that I wanted to do, but it was not important enough. I would say that I had to, work rigorously to get here. So to be able to write your own fate, you have to pay a certain price. That's it. Maybe I tried my level best, and I don't know, I think I could have done it better, and I'm still figuring out that best version of me. With that, I'll leave you guys with this ultimate line that says that this book is all about encouraging us. It encourages us to follow our dreams, trust in the journey, and embrace the challenges and opportunities that come our way. Thank you.